we're going to go over the pre-creasing for the fireworks module, the original model being done by Yami Yamauchi. I am uncertain of who was the first one to make this out of a dollar bill, but here we go. This is the completed crease pattern, showing only the fold used in the final model, not showing any of the construction folds created during the methodology that I'm going to be going over. This pre-crease model can be downloaded from the Yahoo group Money Folders United, or Money Folders Unite. Okay, so the first thing I do is take the dollar bill, and this is if you want a mostly green module. Take the dollar bill and fold it in half lengthwise, like so. Again, this crease is not used in the final model, so you don't see that on the crease pattern. But this crease gives the basis for doing all the other creases. So first, I like to fold this flap up, open up the bill, and then fold this flap to meet it, being as precise as you can on this. Then, with these flaps still folded, take the dollar bill and fold it across that way. Open it up and fold it across that way. Open up the bill, open up these flaps, and then fold diagonally this way, and again fold diagonally this way. And with this flap still folded, that gives you something to fold this up against, like so, and then fold down again this way, like so. Then move this fold down one like that, so you can then fold up like so, and fold like so. And once again, bring this down to fold this flap up and this flap down. And then once you have done that, you will have made all of these diamond pattern creases along with their extended creases that don't show up in the final model. Next step we need to do is to add these vertical creases. You'll notice that these vertical creases are changed from mountain to valley on different locations throughout the model. We'll be starting with just making them all mountain folds for the time being, and we'll reverse them when the time comes in the model. Now, as you'll see, that the vertical folds go through the points on the diamonds, which makes good landmarks for folding. So to get the mountain fold, flip the bill over, and then an easy thing to do, at least for the first couple, is to fold this edge here to this point where the diamonds come together. Right here, you can see that. And so as you fold that, you create this crease. Then you fold the edge again to the point where the diamonds make their point, and that will then form this crease. Unfold, and again to the point where the diamonds intersect. Fold, and now you've made this crease, and one more time to this point here to create this crease. Now at this point we've run out of diamond intersections, so we're going to have to do the rest of the folds without those landmarks. But an easy way to do it is you look for the intersection of the diamonds and you carefully crease there. You open up the bill, you look for the next intersection point, and you crease it. Look for the next intersection point, next one, and don't forget this little tiny flap where these diamond intersections are, and fold that over. Okay, so now we've done all of these creases and all these vertical creases. Now we need to put this horizontal crease here and this horizontal crease here in. And the way we're going to do that is, since it needs to be mountain fold, we'll flip the bill over, and what we're going to do is we're going to take this bottom edge here of the bill and fold it up to the line where these points meet here. And so by doing that, we create this crease. And the same thing up top is you take this edge here and you fold it so that it would meet this point here, here, and so on. And as you do that, you will make that crease. Okay, now that we've done all the pre-creasing before we start collapsing the model, these diagonal folds here we will do once the model is collapsed. Okay, now you'll notice that this crease here changes past this fold, and that's important because that's the one thing you'll need to keep an eye on while you're collapsing the model. Now I like to do it by looking at it this way, and these right here are where the model will reverse itself, which is right here. And if you just aren't paying attention, you'll fold it this way, which isn't the right way to fold it. You need to collapse the model in like this. And now, since this is the point where you're reversing the fold, you want to pay extra attention to make sure you make those nice and tight. But then the model will start to slowly collapse upon itself. Again, this is where the creases are reversed, so you want to make sure that you get those nice and straight. And you keep collapsing, and then this final piece, you'll have this already creased to bring down, and there. Now we have a collapsed module looking like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get these diagonal creases in. The way we're going to do that is, starting on this side, fold down on this crease that we already have, that's this crease right here, and squash fold like that, making sure this is even as you can get it, and that's what will create these creases. And then what you want to do is pick a side, open up one flap. You can skip the first section and go to the second section and do the same thing where you push down and squash fold. And again, you can skip a section and do the alternating sections, and you'll see you're doing the squash fold on this last piece right here. And then the same thing on the other side. You squash fold here, skip that section, squash fold here, skip that section, and you're back where you started from. And then when you're done with that, you unfold. And to make sure when you unfold that you don't go like that, make sure you pull these tabs out like that. Okay, unfold that one, unfold that one. Now technically you could leave some of these folded during the assembly process, but for the sake of just being consistent, we'll just unfold them all so you don't have to worry about which ones you can leave and which ones you have to take apart. Okay, now that we have all the creases that we need, we can begin assembling.